Hello everybody and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Sunday and let's get right into the charts as Bitcoin right now is having a small weekend pump from that weekly pivot of around 1.2%. As you can see, it has had absolutely an amazing pump, basically front running that weekly R1, and we have pumped almost 4.6%, as you can see, to the upside. Currently we are trying to reclaim that R2 basically, so if we close above 4,550 or 45, you can see basically, in my opinion, it is possible that we continue higher next week. As you can see, we did have 3 days of a very nice correction, basically a much needed one after such an impulsive move to the upside for Ethereum. So basically, if we look at the weekly time frame once again, it depends how this weekly candle closes. If we start pumping in the next 8 hours until the new weekly candle opens and we open up somewhere around near the all-time high, then it is very possible that the next weekly candle is going to be bullish as well. If not, if we open right here or below the R2, then it is possible that we can see a deeper correction. Also the same thing goes for Bitcoin. Let me just zoom in better so you can see. Basically, if the weekly candle in the next 8 hours starts pushing up and closes in the green, basically above 119.5k, then I am expecting the next weekly candle to be to the upside. But if we close below that POC, then it is very possible that we can get another weekly sell-off candle. And it also strongly depends on what the stock market is about to do. I think the CME future markets, they open, as you can see, in about 6 hours. So basically it is very possible that we start getting a pump when the CME future market opens. This is what I am also expecting. I am still bullish since we have not lost that range, but as I said, if we start losing this very key level right here, the value area low and the weekly pivot of the range, basically if Bitcoin closes below 116k, then I will start getting bearish basically. But for now we are still looking good for more potential upside. If we look at Solana has also had a nice pump today, bouncing almost perfectly from that value area high range right here. As you can see, 183, basically almost the same. We front ran that with a couple of with basically almost $1. We did front run this support right here, the value area high that is currently acting as support. And Solana has had a nice bounce of around 5.7% to the upside, almost back at 200, basically $7 more until we get back above the 200 price range. XRP still below the weekly pivot, so XRP is struggling a little bit, but this is normal since I think XRP has had the biggest run, as you can see, after breaking out of this very long consolidation basically, and from this value area low right here, $1.63, XRP has had the craziest run, and Ethereum also. So this is my opinion why XRP is struggling a bit right now. But if we get back to Bitcoin, basically you can see RSI on the daily is well above that 50 line, so it is very possible starting to curve up. It's very possible that we see a continuation once the new week begins. Also the liquidity, as you can see, the liquidation heat map, we did grab this liquidity. We still do have liquidity on the bottom, but right now liquidity is also building on the top side, so it is very possible that Bitcoin firstly takes out the liquidity on the top side. As you know, since we are in a uptrend, Fear and Greed index still sitting in that neutral basically. So as I said, the longer we stay in that neutral, the more brutal the next move will be, in my opinion. we will be getting a strong move in the coming weeks, or maybe by the end of this month, which is basically 2.5 weeks almost. So we do have right now on the long versus shorts ratio, we do have more sellers in the market on the major exchanges. Basically on Binance, we do have more sellers right now, so they are trying to manipulate the price as always. The funding rates, they are still positive, but they are getting higher. So we want to see the funding rates remain low, so we can see the market sentiment continue to be bullish. Also for next week, we do have some important news. We do have FOMC meeting. We do have Fed Chair Powell speaking on Friday. Also PMI on Thursday. So we do have some important news at the end of the week. Also from the middle of the week until Friday, we do have important news. There are also some news on Saturday, but I don't know if we'll be getting that volatility during Saturday. We will see. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday would be important days for Bitcoin and the crypto market, basically the altcoins. As for the altcoins, the Bitcoin dominance starts pushing lower again. This is exactly what we want to see. It is very, very possible that we have flipped this, the structure basically into bearish. We still want to see a confirmation basically dropping below this low right here. But until we get to this low, we have another 8.3% to drop. And if we drop another 8.3%, then Bitcoin would be, the altcoins would be pushing very, very hard. So basically, if the Bitcoin dominance drops 8%, I think it would be well above 5k, maybe even 6k, since as you can see, if here from this high we have dropped almost 10%, and Ethereum has just skyrocketed by this 9-10% move. So if the Bitcoin dominance drops another 10%, then it will easily pump up to 6k, basically creating this new all-time high. Finally, after 4 years, basically we have not seen a all-time high in it since November 2021, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. So basically, if I want to draw like a line potentially from this all-time high like to the upside, so basically something like this, and if Ethereum this angular trend line basically, and if Ethereum pumps to touch this line, you can see we will be getting right around $6,800. So this will be a very, very nice move for Ethereum if this plays out like this and we get a breakout from the all-time high. I am expecting to maybe touch this trend line that I just made right here. You can see around $6,800 would be the final price target for it. We might even go higher, nobody knows, but I'm well sure if the Bitcoin dominance drops another 8 to 10%, we will be well above $5,000 for Ethereum. And so yes guys, that will be it for today's weekend update video. I hope you liked it. Subscribe for my channel, follow me on X, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.